Hey guys, welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery down here. I'm going back to my little older fashioned method of sharing things with you. I'm going to talk about kind of what worked, what didn't work, and some improvements, and I'll show you some of the sites that I'm referring to. So first of all, kind of what's working these days. Block time for recording. Today is Tuesday afternoon. I'm recording. I just recorded 3 YouTube videos. And now I'm recording this one for Podiatry Practice Mastery. And then I give that over to my virtual assistant. I pretty much record it to the cloud on Zoom. And then they're able to do all the post kind of work for that. Something else that kind of working and kind of an idea, I'm kind of still filtering it through, but having patients watch the video on their own phone. I tried to use an iPad and that didn't really work just because my network, I couldn't lock it down enough to let them use iPads and just search on the network. So another patient gave me an idea, and I have a kind of a neat idea using Linktree, and I'll show you that in a second. An interview, I don't know if you've watched this one from Wakas. We did an interview talking about multimodal marketing, specifically how he uses text messages and emails. And I'm going to show you just a picture from one of those videos, and I'll put a link to that video if you haven't watched it. My idea with scribe training, I'm still doing that. It's still going through the process. Basically, I'm doing all the technology aspect right now. I'm putting Microsoft Teams on all my computers. The only reason I'm going to use Teams is to train them. Basically, I'm going to share my screen as I'm doing my note. I have the cell phone that I'm going to be using. It'll be in my pocket. And I'm just trying to make sure the Wi-Fi is working in my office so I can do that. So that's something kind of we're going through so I can have a scribe. So my whole goal is that I can just see patients and just enjoy talking to them, showing my presentations, and go to the next patient. I'm not quite there yet, but I am working on doing the scribing. Jasper.ai, this is kind of a neat idea that Wakas told me about. You've heard about it. It's a good way to copyright without being a copywriter. And then some things that didn't work that I kind of fixed or I'm fixing was I'm trying to work on this quiz, and I call it a, not a foot quiz, but I call it an analyzer, and then kind of having a better way to find some videos. So let me just show you kind of how that works. Okay. So first of all, this is an example of a link tree. So my goal is once patients check in, we use a little iPad that they check in, and there'll be a link to this. So they can actually watch my videos on this. So this is Linktree. And on Linktree, if you click here, it's actually going to show my welcome video. So they can actually stream this from their own phone, and it doesn't actually take them away to YouTube. They can just do it right there. Okay, so they can, it's a before your first visit introduction, and then here's that link to that welcome pack that I've talked about before. And then also on here, I have a couple of other call to actions. They can join my subscribers, my 14,000 subscribers on YouTube, get my free books, and then make an appointment. So this is something I'm going to put as either a link or a QR code on this check-in screen. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, you can certainly follow me and just to see how I market to my patients and do these other things. This is an example of his interview from Wakas. He does a lot of marketing help with NextGen, but he helps with anyone. But this is kind of a neat idea I like. What he does is he takes the patients, and there's a trigger that triggers this workflow. And you wait, you give them a text message, and then you wait a little bit, a certain period of time, and then you say, hello, it's been a while. This is an email, and then wait, and then you do the SMS text message too. So it's kind of a neat thing. It says here, it looks like it's been a while since you've had your teeth cleaned. We'd be happy to help you with Healthy Smile. Please schedule your appointment below and receive a free teeth whitening kit. Okay, so this is the campaign that they're doing for a dentist, but I thought this was kind of a neat idea about doing this with our patient list. You can do this with other things. You could use Infusionsoft. I have Kajabi. With Kajabi, I can do email. I can't really do text message, but there's a way to kind of integrate email with it, where you kind of set up this template of putting all the patients in, and it does kind of a recall for all the patients. That was my one takeaway from this recent AAPPM meeting, was having a scheduled recall sequence for patients, like each month having a different motive, downloading your patient records and having an actual staff member call them. And we're working on finding someone from the Philippines to do that, because we currently don't have staff that have the ability to do that. Let's talk about Jasper. So you can create amazing emails, ads, everything like this with Jasper.ai. It's a way where you kind of plug in your information and it will do social media posts, email posts, write articles for you, everything like that. It might be something you're interested in, so you can look that up. It helps you produce more content and get it out. So it uses artificial intelligence. I wasn't aware of that. I'm usually aware of a lot of things that one I didn't know. Next is something I'm trying on my Dr. Pelto site. Just so you know, I have my Central Mass Podiatry site, and this is the one I kind of compete with myself. I'm trying to do this more of in a story brand format. If you're familiar, I talked about story brand before. If you haven't, you should look it up. My main call to action is making an appointment. That's how they do that here. And this is the new thing that I'm working on. This was the quiz. I call it an analyzer. And this is the thing I want to show you. And so you can go to drpelto.com and click on it and try it out and let me know what you think. And this is just some other information. Basically, if they don't know their condition, they do the analyzer. If they do know it, they can either get books or my courses, my conditions. Okay. But the analyzer, what happens is it pulls up right here. This is a Google Doc, and it talks about like what they're going to learn, what they have, why you have it, and what are the treatment options. And they put their email in here. Okay. So my email. Accepting the terms of use. I understand that this information on the website is not medical advice and might contain inaccuracies. I understand that the use of the website is not a substitution for a consultation with a doctor. It goes next. I ask a few questions, basically their age, their gender, and how long they've had the pain. These are just some simple questions that anyone can answer before they go deeper into it. How it impacts their life and why treatment is important. Okay, I put that in there. And then the next thing is I go over the kind of the condition. So here I have it selected on areas of foot problems. So heel pain, arch pain, ingrown toenails, toenail problems, toe pain, bunion, ball of foot problems, skin problems, flat feet, diabetes, and I don't know. This I don't know goes to a questionnaire that I have, but all the other ones, they can pick kind of what they're dealing with. Let's say they're dealing with an ingrown toenail. And then from there, they can kind of decide what type of problem that they have. If the ingrown toenail on the side, on the base, callousing in the edge, and just a non-painful ingrown toenail. So based on that, it's going to go to a section that's going to have what is an ingrown toenail, what causes it, what are my treatment options, and then I have a couple of videos that they can watch. These pull directly from YouTube. And but I also have a PS here if they want to come to the clinic, if they want to get my foot pain toolkit, and then my Amazon recommendations. And so down here, if they hit submit, what it's going to do, it's going to send them an email with the results. So the email with these links and these other links in them, and actually all the answers that they put in. So this is something I'm trying to put together. This was based on watching a book called Ask, where they kind of talk about this stuff here. It's a way to funnel down what the problem is when people are coming into the office. So once again, I hope you guys found this beneficial. Please, you can go to my Dr. Pelto, do fill out that form, kind of play around with it. Also, if you want to download the books and things like that, let me know what your thoughts are. You can put if you're watching the video, put a little comment underneath the YouTube video. Please subscribe to the channel, and go to Podiatry Practice Mastery to learn more about this. Okay, thanks guys.